try to make a bit of content today. I don't know how much I'm going to film. I'm going to see if I can get some things done. It's heavily contrasted out there, but on the Corolla you can see the wheels are out of the back arch. I started getting all the suspension pulled and everything, so all of the lateral links and everything, the solid axle in the rear, all the hubs, all of that is dropped out of the rear, so it's completely open. I'm getting new pieces done right here, as you can see that I'm getting them painted. Other than that, I'm probably just going to do the fiberglassing of the rear arches, because I'm finally trying to make the two steps in the rear of the arch the exact same, so is that everything is symmetrical when I get it all painted. So this little bit obviously needs to be fiberglassed over some of this little bit of plastic in the flare, and just a general smooth over. So I'm going to put a couple of layers and then sand it out all as one. And then of course this side is different still, so I have to finish this side and make it match the other side. I ended up losing a little bit of plastic here, but I'm going to fiberglass it in, and it'll still be covered anyway. The way I sand it out afterwards, you won't even notice. I have to smooth this one a bit too. I still have to grind out most of this, just because I think I'm going to fiberglass a bit more up here, trying to smooth it in and match it to the other side. We'll see. Like I said, I don't know how much of this I'm going to film. I'm going to try to get some content. We'll see how long this video is, but get started on that. Got this side carved out and fiberglass to pretty much look almost the same as the other side. I added a little bit more fiberglass to this side too, to give it a little bit of a better shape and kind of a little more structural integrity, just because it was a little thin in some spots, but it's getting there. So now that side has the same kind of step and is just about as strong as the other side, so I'm going to clean them both down, all the extra fiberglass hairs and everything you can see hanging around the edges. And then I'm probably going to end up using a little bit of fiberglass Bondo on top of that, just to finalize the shape once it's all carved out. But for the most part, it's pretty good. This side, at least for now. The only thing left is a little bit of like resin around underneath the bottom, but I'm not too worried about that for now. So I'm gonna go get a DA palm sander with a 120 grit piece of sandpaper on it to start like smoothing it out a little more with started on the fiberglass filler work. So I did my first coat, sanded that out, and kind of got like a good base shape for my edges and everything. So now I just put on my second coat for the driver's side. Come out and show you guys that here. My first coat just was this main area that I've been working on. My second coat is now going a bit higher and blending it all together to make sure I don't have any feather edge issues where you see one filler spot join into another kind of. So you do one last kind of overcoat and then skim that down, and then at some point I'll prime it once this is all cleaned up and get like a good base idea before I block all that out and see if there's any pinholes in anything. But once I finish most of that, I'm gonna start cleaning up in the door jamb here. That way I can fiberglass it all in like the other side and keep it molded. That way I don't have any separating issues at the edge here ever. Not that I believe I will at the moment, but it's just kind of a secondary precaution. That way it stays a little more rigid for over the long term. So I made some good progress on the Corolla this weekend. Obviously in the rear arches, I got them both to the primer stage. I'm pretty happy with how they turned out, especially the step in the rear of the arch, because I've been working pretty hard and I've been spending a lot of time, especially on the rear steps. So the fact that they've come out as good as I kind of hoped they would, kind of makes all my hard work worth it. So I'm going to leave that alone, at least until I decide to finish off the side skirts and do the bottom corner down there into the rear arch. So once I go to do the side skirts, I'll finish off everything in the front of it. But until then, I'm going to leave that rear end bit alone now. So the only other thing I've done is I dropped the gas tank out, just because at some point obviously I'm going to have to reroute all my lines to go to the new fuel cell in the trunk. So that just gets that out of the way for now, and finally I can figure out where I can take it at some point, whether it be a scrapyard or something. I don't know how to dispose of them, but at least it's out of the car for now and out of the way for when I go to start taking out all the lines and cleaning everything up. So pretty satisfied with what I've done. So catch you guys in the next one, see how much progress I make till then, but see you then.